What's up, guys? Welcome back to HMHT. My name is Ben, your host here at Half Man Half Tech, and I have some exciting news that I would like to share with you when it comes to the next series of the Apple Watch. So this that you are seeing here is actually last year's version. This is the Series 6, and we all know that the Series 6 was released on the 18th of September 2020. So we happen to be in the best possible month when it comes to Apple users. September tends to be a month packed with updates. If you're waiting for watchOS 8, this is the month. If you're waiting for like iOS 15, if you're waiting for macOS 12, or if you're waiting for the next series of the Apple Watch, well, this is the month in which we expect those to be unveiled. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the Apple Watch Series 7. Well, let's call it that because I think it's pretty obvious because the naming scheme has been incremental when it comes to the Apple Watch. So since the Apple Watch Series 4, we haven't seen anything, well, besides the screen from the Series 3 to the Series 4, we haven't seen anything major that's been changed with regards to the Apple Watch. And with this year's Series 7 Apple Watch, there's expected to be some design changes, and if you see the release cycles that Apple has been following, or the design cycles that Apple usually follows, sometimes 3 or 4 years, and since the Series 4 came out, this is going to be the 3rd year since we saw the redesign of the Series 4. So it puts us on track for the 3-year redesign cycle. And with this Apple Watch Series 7 that's expected to be announced pretty soon after a few weeks, there are some design changes. So let's talk about some of those design changes. And the first one has to do with the way it is going to be designed on the perimeter or the exterior of the Apple Watch. So if you've been using the iPhone 12, you know that the iPhone 12 is a boxy big boy, and the Apple Watch Series 7 is anticipated to adopt the same boxy design, which is going to have rounded edges instead of the ones that were slanted, which we have on the Series 6 and before that. But it does not end there, because there's also some physical changes when it comes to the actual screen of the Apple Watch Series 7. So last year's versions of the Apple Watch came in 2 sizes. We had the 40 millimeters, and then if you wanted the bigger display like this one, this is the 44 millimeters. So last year you had 2 choices, 40 millimeters or 44, but with the Series 7, or with this year's series of the Apple Watch, there's going to be a slight bump up when it comes to the screen size that you can actually order. So the smaller screen size is going to start from 41 millimeters, and then the bigger size is going to start at 45 millimeters. So the new screen itself, measured diagonal, will be about 1.9 inches on the larger Apple Watch, which is the 45 millimeter one, and that is going up from the 44 millimeter, which used to be about 1.78 inches. It's still an increase, and obviously you know that if you increase the screen size, you also increase the resolution of the screen. So the 45 millimeter Apple Watch will have a resolution of about 396 by 484 versus a 368 by 448 that we used to have on the Series 6 44 millimeters Apple Watch that was released last year. So it's an increase in the resolution, and when you increase the resolution also, that means that the pixels that you are able to fit in on the screen will also be bumped up a little bit. If you do the maths, there's about 16% increase when it comes to the pixels. So maybe it will mean having brighter screens, and also you'll be able to fit more information on the screen of your Apple Watch. And when you redesign a screen, it means that there's a whole bunch of things that we are going to be redesigned for this specific Apple Watch, because when you have a bigger screen, you might actually put more information on the screen of the Apple Watch. It's not as if you are limited, and I don't know if this is something that Apple is going to make a standard, whereby the smallest Apple Watch is always 41 and the larger one is 45 millimeters, because if you have a standard size, then it makes it easier for developers and also third-party developers to be able to develop like softwares, Apple Watch apps and Apple Watch faces for those same Apple Watch, since you know the dimensions are going to be the same, the pixels and the resolutions are going to be the same. So that's why we've always had 40 and 44. So maybe starting from the Series 7 onwards, we'll have 41 and 45 millimeters. Something else that you might need to keep in mind when you are considering the Apple Watch Series 7, since it's going to be redesigned slightly compared to last year's series, there are some things that are going to be exclusive just for the Series 7 only that won't be available for like the Series 6 or older. We are not yet 100% certain as with regards to what sensors or health metrics we are going to get that won't be available on the Series 6 or older. Like for example, how the Series 6 got the blood oxygen measurement. So health wise it isn't yet clear, but there are some metrics that have been put in place to accommodate the bigger screen, like some new watch faces. So I have an article here that mentions that there's going to be Apple has taken advantage of the new display, and a new face watch dubbed Modular Max is going to be made, which will show the time diagonal alongside small complications. And also you're going to have another watch face dubbed Continuum, which will change based on the flow of time and current hours. There's also mention of an international or worldwide watch face, which will be called Atlas or World Timer internationally, and it will allow users to use all 24 time zones simultaneously. And also Apple is working on new watch faces for its Hermes and Nike branded Apple watches. They will get some Apple Watch faces that go with the bands and also the colors that those watches will come in. Design wise, you can see that the Apple Watch Series 7 or the next series of the Apple Watch that succeeds the Series 6 is going to have quite a bit of changes, but health wise, in terms of metrics, what sensors, what health information or metrics it will be able to give you that other Apple Watch series won't be able to give you isn't yet clear. Apple is planning to add body temperature sensors as early as next year's model, so that might not be seen on the Series 7 that we get this year. And also further in future, Apple plans to add non-invasive blood sugar monitoring and blood pressure checker to its devices. Those are mentioned to be coming in either next year's version or in future, and not with the Series 7. So more of a design change we are yet to see. This is just rumors and information floating around. Apple has not yet confirmed anything 100% until the event happens sometime mid this month. So I'm more of a design change driven person, so when an Apple product gets redesigned, I'm super hyped and I can't wait to get my hands on it. For me, for the Series 7, I think I would definitely get it because it's like jumping from the iPhone 8 to the iPhone X. A big difference in design. So you can see that there's a lot to look forward to, and I will be covering some of the features once I get my hands on the new Apple Watch, and also I'll be covering some videos that's going to be on the new Apple Watch Series 7 or whatever Apple is going to call it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Series 7, and it's going to have watchOS 8, which I've been covering on this channel from the first beta up to like the final release when it comes out. Feel free to subscribe and stick around, and if you like this video, a like will be timely. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.